Today our problem statement is that we have to print the sum of the following series. Series means this one. So you can see here n to the power 0, then plus n to the power 1, then plus n to the power 2, plus n to the power 3, plus dot 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 dot. So if we receive the value of n, and if we understand the how many number we have to or how many times we have to add this, then we can easily calculate that one using some loop. Now we also learn how to calculate the power of any number using this type of math class method. This is called POW, and the value will be a and b. So you can see here, this is the basically definitions, and the syntax is something like this, and this to be a double value, and the return type is also double. So with the help of this pow function or pow method, we will try to calculate the sum of this series. So user have to enter two things. First, the number for which they basically want to get this type of power sequence, and how many number or how many time we have to do these additions. So let's try to create that one in Eclipse. So you can see here I have already created a power summations class, and this is under com.demo.predefined package. Now if I double click here, now you can see here under this main method, first we have to create two variable to collect the value of that particular number and how many time we have to add. So that number, let's say n, and the times we have to add that, let's say t. Now to take the input of these two, we have to take the help of scanner class, right? So create the scanner class instance. So this is my scanner class instance. Now use Control Shift O to import the exact package, that is basically java.utils. Now my scanner class instance is ready. Now I have to create two statements, one for the number and one for how many time. So my first statement is that enter the number, and we have to collect that under this n variable, right? So we can use n is equal to sc.next int because it's an integer type. Now our next statement should be enter how many time, right? So let me copy paste this one and just change the message enter how many times. Now once user enter any value, that should be collected under t variable, and t is an integer variable, so we can use the same syntax sc.nextin. Let me copy paste it here. Now our scanner class instance or scanner class work is done, so we can close this using sc.close method. Now once this is done, now go to the ppt again and check that we have to create something like this. For each iterations it is coming like 0 1 2 3, and these are the power, right? So power of what? Power of n. Okay, so we can start our for loop. Instead of 1, we can try to start our for loop from 0 and till how many number? That is basically number t. Okay, so let's say if I want till fourth number, so you can see here the first number is 0, then second number is 1, third number is 2, fourth number is 3. So each time how many number we are trying to summation or we are trying to add, so the power will be just less than one of that times, right? So if we try to add t times, so that mean our last power should be t minus 1. So our for loop should be start from 0 and should be end in t minus 1. So let's do that. Now let's create the for loop here where int I will be start from 0 and I less than, not less than, equal to less than t, because till t minus 1 it will execute. Once it's a t, then it will just terminate from this for loop. Then I plus plus, right? Now your loop start here and end here, and here we have to do the summations of that power, right? So our actual number is n, and we can create the power like I, right, till t minus 1. Okay, so we can here create a variable. Let's say we want to collect the summations, so it will be a sum variable. Let me create the sum variable instead of here. Let me create here and initialize with a value 0 here. Then we will try to do something like this: sum equal to sum plus, then we have to use this type of formula, right? So we can use the power. So math.power A is nothing but our number, that is basically n, and B is nothing but 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's mean our iteration, that is I. So we will use math.pow n comma I. So the syntax is math.power and our number is basically n and power will be I, right? Now make it like this. Now you can see here why we are getting the compilations error, because the return type of this is double, right? And we have to convert that one in integer type, so a type casting is required that should be double to int. So how we can do that? It's a very easy. We just simply, for this double value, we will try to do the casting in integer type, so we will use this type of bracket, and we want to convert this double one to integer, so that's why I make it here int. Now save this file using Ctrl S. Now try to check these conditions. So if you check here, let's say I enter a value 5 for this number, and how many time, let's say this time calculations is, let's say 3. Okay, so my n is 5 and my t is, let's say 3. So if you check here, first time my summations is 0, so very initial phase when it's a 0, so sum is 0, then plus math of power of what, power of n and I, n means 5 to the power 0. Okay, then second time when I is increment 0 to 1, so it's go for the second time. Now I is 1, so here again the calculation sum plus power, n means 5, then this is 1, then I increment by 2, so go here and check is 2 less than 3, yes, so it will go here and check 5 to the power 2. Now n is 3, that's mean the same as our t, so once it's 3, then it go here and check is 3 less than 3, no, so that's mean it will terminate from here. So you can see here for 3 time it is basically calculating till 2, means 3 minus 1, that is basically t minus 1, and that is our m. So if you check here, so I already explained that if I take till this, so first time 0, second time 1, third time power is 2, that is basically t minus 1. Okay, so same thing happen here, so hopefully we will get the exact result. Now we have to print this summation, so just outside for loop create a system.out.println statement and make sum equal to plus, where I collected this basically under this sum variable, so I can use this one here. Now let's run this one. So it says that enter number, so let give this number 5, then enter how many time, let's say third time. Okay, now if you check the result, that is basically 31. Now if I try to calculate this one in Excel, so it will be look like this. So first time it is 5 to the power 0, right? So it will basically go for 0, then 1, then 2, so that's mean our iterations will be 3 times, right? 0, 1, 2. Now 5 to the power, our number is 5, so 5 to the power 0 is nothing but 1, then 5 to the power 1 is nothing but 5, then 5 to the power 2 or 5 square is nothing but 25. Now if you calculate this 1, 5 and 25, then it will come like 31. So you can see our result is also coming 31. So this way you can see that with the help of power method, that is basically under math class, we can easily calculate the power, and based on our different sequence we can create the logic, and finally we will get the exact result and we can print that one. So similar way, once you get or receive any challenge, so first check based on your logic or based on your problem statement, is there any predefined method you can able to reuse. If it's possible, just reuse it. If it's not possible, then go for a user defined method.
I believe this video has helped you to understand about the topic. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe, click on the bell notifications and select all so that you don't miss any video from this channel.